Welcome back, folks and friends. Connecting Dots here, aka Silver Goldman. Oh boy, let me tell you, the heat is on. These guys, I feel it. They're not even in the kitchen and they're already burning. Yeah, and I'm not going to get into that. You'll have to come out to tonight's live Google before I get into all of this. Yeah, the recent emails, not emails, sorry, recent comments that were left in a couple of my videos indicate that the heat is on. These people are very concerned, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's regarding this 24-hour live stream. It says nuclear marathon, but no, as I'd mentioned in that video, I'm going after the scam artists, and I'm going to be, the Silver Gang ties in with the Fukushima, so this is going to be taking place here on June 16th at the Silver Goldman, not over at Connecting Dots 2 or Connecting Dots 3. Although I have been doing my Fukushima videos there since it first began. Initially, Connecting Dots 2 was a backup channel for my economy videos and silver videos. However, now I have the Silver Goldman, and that's where the live Google Hangout is taking place. And these are some of the people that we will be discussing. And I hope you join up because they all join up. Okay, this silver shield industry, they're very concerned here. I'm going to be speaking about a RICO lawsuit. No, not from the status guy. We're setting up our own here. So if you've been fucked over and lost money, you want to join up here at the Silver Goldman. We'll be speaking about that a little bit tonight. Not very much. It's going to be during that 24-hour showdown, June 16th, 2015. Now, the reason why. Excuse me. The reason I'm very excited right now, and I had to make this video, well, first off, we have the live Google Hangout taking place, as I mentioned before, every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But apart from the June 16th 24-hour marathon, I'm very excited because in this video I'm about to share with you the very closing statements this guy makes, and he says, well, you're going to listen to it, but if you watch my video last night where I was introducing this scam artist, and I'll be going after all of his friends. I've got emails from the guy who unfortunately committed suicide after realizing he'd been defrauded by all these guys, so I'm going to be sharing all this stuff, the checks, the line of credit from the bank, all the personal stuff was sent my way before he took his life. Anyways, what's important is these guys are very concerned, and what's best in this video, you got to listen to this, because this is where I'm like, hey, there's hope here that this sack of crap will go away. Because listen to what he says in the closing statement and watch the pictures I'm going to show you with you. Oh boy, they're concerned.
But it's not a game. So this is to raise awareness about every aspect of Fukushima. So hugs for everybody. And don't forget that this is the most important thing you can do right now, is to get this out there and have this debate and show that Mari Yomamachi AP story doesn't hold any water because it's got a tarp on it. Right? Hugs for everybody. But like I say, if the reactor polls are in the top stories, and just one more picture for everybody to look at before we go, I want you to tell me where specifically, Mary, is the top story to that building. If you can show me the top story to that building and I'm missing it somewhere in that picture, I will take my site down. I will take every picture at the nuclear proctologist down, and I will take Beautiful Girl by Dana down, and I will disconnect the internet and never blog again.
Right on. This guy's never going to blog again, folks. Get ready, and I hope you call him on it. And by the way, if you do take the time to go over to Beautiful Girl by Dana, yeah, he's not a beautiful girl. His name is Dana, by the way, Dana Durnford, as I've written up here at the top of the screen. Dana will delete your comments. And how do I know that? Well, because there's people here on the West Coast. When he began this whole Fukushima scam back in 2014, myself, because I live right here on the West Coast, I knew immediately he was lying, and so did many others on the West Coast, and they began posting pictures and started posting truth. He deleted every single comment and banned everyone. So this scam artist is connected with Kevin D. Blanch, SGT Report. It's going to be a wake-up session. I hope you come to the 24-hour marathon because this guy's going to be closing down shop. So I'll be going over his scams in that 24-hour marathon. But just very quickly here, this is what he doesn't want people to see, and it's going to be so much fun. So... And I'm going to go over this very quickly. So what he can't understand is he's looking for these pools here. That pool, he doesn't understand that the top, what we call the 2 floors, 4th and 5th, there were nothing. There were just walls. And the floor actually ended right here, and the pool sat down below. So they tore off the top 2 floors here, as you'll see in this picture. Where is it? There's a picture here that clearly indicates, oh yes, right here. So in this picture right here, these are the pictures, by the way, that he doesn't want to show his subscribers because they would start connecting the dots and realizing that this guy's a fraud. So the building had suffered a blast, an internal blast, and the walls, as you can see, the weakest part blew out, and the top of the structure, because most of that blast was at the top because of the reactors at the top, and that's where the gas was. The explosion took place at the top of the building, so the top of it blew up, and so did some of the sides. But when they saw how this was cracked, they couldn't. They had to tear it down. So what they did is and I know some of you already seen these pictures, but basically what they did is they cleaned off the entire top 2 floors, which had nothing on them. They were just walls. And as you can see here, the pool's right there. This is the old crane that they had not taken out yet, and there's a larger crane which I'd shown in my previous video yesterday that ran at the top on each side on the 4th or 5th, and that's what this machine that did the defueling was able to run on. So basically, here, I'll show it right here just for a second here, because it's 7 minutes and I can make 10 minutes on these quick Bandicam videos. So just to give you an idea here, what he's hiding from his subscribers is the fact that, as you can see right here, these 2 top floors, there's nothing. They were just walls. And that's because they held this great big steel member, which I'll show again in maybe tonight again in the show in the 24-hour marathon, because I'm sure some of his subscribers will come and see the real truth. So they had 2 cranes in there, and what can I say? It pulled out the fuel rods from the fuel pool and moved them around and dropped them inside. So they cleaned everything off, as you've seen in the previous pictures. Everything was cleaned off those top floors. See, these are the pictures that he doesn't want to show his friends. Well, yeah, I guess they are friends. They've got suckered in and defrauded for lots of money. So he doesn't want to talk how they started building this other structure because they had to run that very same crane that you can see here, I believe, in this picture. I'll zoom in here again. Come on. Okay, so you can see on the sides of this wall right here, right there, okay? There's a big steel beam there, and that's what this big crane that's on the back was running on. So anyhow, so they had to tear this down, and this is the floor. But this idiot can't seem to figure out these reactors, or he's not an idiot. He knows, he just wants to defraud people. So basically they built this other structure beside it, so they could run that same crane up and down, pick up the fuel, and bring it down there. And anyways, it's very sad. But what's the best is that I've got loads of pictures. And as you can see here, just doing a quick search on Reactor 4, there are so many pictures that during this 24-hour marathon, this guy's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. He's going to have to get a lot of people to come out and save his ass. And by the way, they already are. That's one of the things I've mentioned. The scammers and the promoters, the helpers, they're here. They're here. So there's that same steel beam you can see running up along the top of that 4th and 5th. So there was the floor. The dumbass can't seem to figure this out. It's very sad. And this is after they cleared off, before they took away these cranes. Anyways, we'll get into more of that during these live Google Hangouts. But I just want to let you know that we're also going to go after the scammers, because a lot of you want to know about these people. The Brother Johns, you know. And who else? Gregory. Oh, Mannarino. Yes, come on. I'm the only one who knows that he was never working at Bear Stearns. He's a registered nurse. He works in Las Vegas as a nurse. So, yeah, Rawdog's part of it too. So you guys come out, June 16, 24-hour marathon of truth here at the Silver Gold Man, not over at Connecting Dots 2. We'll have a blast. Hope to see you then.